Good evening, good morning, good day, good Tuesday, and in some locations it may even be good Wednesday. Welcome to Access Your Inner Wisdom with your host, Chariesse Boyd, right here on GPAT TV 23. We are live on today. We are grateful that we have the opportunity to be on social media platforms. I am grateful for this February 18th. This is a day that we've never seen before and that we'll never see
Mm.
again. I'm doubly honored on this evening over here in North America on the East Coast. I am so honored to have one of my very, very special dear friends, dearest sisters. And
Yes.
this woman that is our special guest on this evening is a woman that is a force to be reckoned with. I'm quite honored to introduce and present our guest of the evening on Access Your Inner Wisdom during Black History Month. Please let us welcome Mrs. Bumi Ajabade.
Yes, you got it right.
How are you this evening?
I am doing very well. Thank you for having me.
Oh, absolutely. You are so beautiful. You look just radiant. One would never think that we were battling that little flu bug not too
Oh,
long ago, right?
I'll tell you, yes. I thank God for making us well. And yeah, it was tough. It was tough.
Absolutely. I'm glad to see you. And we're going to just dig right in. We are grateful that you found it not robbery to give me a little bit of your time. And we certainly want to recognize you because you are Black history. You are the proud founder of Clairol Growth Resources, correct? Tell me,
Yes,
tell us
yes,
a
I
little,
am.
yes, tell us a little bit about that and a little bit about yourself.
Yes, I am the founder of Claro Growth Resources. It's an organization that empowers men and women with resources to start and grow a business, and
Yes.
not only a business, but even themselves, because
Oh,
you cannot have a successful business if you are not growing yourself. You cannot grow a business. So we pride ourselves in giving resources on how to grow, maybe in leadership, personal development, and then you can help other people to grow. And also, will help you to start a business, nurture that, especially people that are thinking of leaving corporate America to start their own business and they're struggling. We'll really support them to take that transition. And not only when they're transitioning, even when they are launching the business, and also stay with them until their business is successful. That's what we do.
I love that. And we will certainly be allowing some of your contact information to scroll along the screen as we go along.
Thank
I
you.
ran into a gentleman that I spoke to you about already.
Yes.
Hopefully, he'll tune in. If not live, the good news is this will be repeated again and again. And he's actually interested, a very young, intelligent man that has a very, very insightful vision
Okay.
and just a little help along the way. So we're grateful for that. Now, your area of expertise, it comes in the vein of coaching individuals. Is that correct?
Yes.
And these are usually individuals who have this desire to to become business owners, entrepreneurs, especially when they may have doubts. Because I know there has been times even in my life's journey that I contemplated, I explored it, and I know there are many others. We ultimately we don't know how or even where to begin. We don't know how or where to begin, and there's some fear there. And share with our viewers and listeners how this is your area of expertise and how you can support us in that transition, even if it's an exploring thought.
Look, everybody has that fear, especially if you have not done any such thing before. There's
Right.
this fear of, what if I fail? What if I spend all the money for the family and then it doesn't work out? What if I leave my job? There's all this what if, but what I would say is, what if it succeeds? What if it succeeds? But the big fear or the big question is, how do I start? And if people don't know where to go, who to ask that help from, that is where I come in. Because I had that problem too. Who do I go to? But if you know who to go to and if you have that direction, then you can really know if it is time for you to venture into it or not, because there's time for everything. Before I ventured fully into business, I had my three sons. I knew it was not yet time. I had to take my time, and then when it was time, then I ventured into full-time business. So I think the most important thing is for you to ask for direction, to have a mentor, to have somebody to ask questions, and then they will direct you, and you will be the ultimate person to take that decision. But you have everything that you need before you take that decision, whether to go ahead or not. Then the other thing that people struggle with is, what do I do? I don't know what to do. This is also where we take people through, what is it? What is your gifting? Because this is so important. One of the things in my business that we do, we use what we call ACE, ACE. The A is where we help you to become aware of who you are created to be.
So the A is for aware.
Awareness.
A is for awareness. Okay.
Yes. And the C is for clarity, and the E is the execution. So we take you to the beginning, that awareness of who God created you to be. So when you know who you are created to be, then you will know who you are what you are created to do, to be before to do.
So what is the E for?
Execution. You have to, yes, you have to execute whatever it is. So awareness, clarity, and execution. Yes.
I love that. Even in listening to you, you said some things that kind of gave off a light bulb to my head. You said you even had some hesitation and apprehensive. Then you said you did this after your three sons. That
yes.
Miss Boomy, that has to be inspirational to the mothers that are out here saying, I know I have it in me. I just don't know where to begin. And now I have these children. Before I move on to the next question, shed a little light on that challenge, how it was welcoming and fearful.
Look, my story, I'm from Nigeria, and I have been an entrepreneur for a very long time. Actually, I was a biology teacher in a high school for 12 years, and I took early retirement to be an entrepreneur before I came to the US.
Okay.
So coming to the US, then I went into corporate America. So I put that entrepreneurship on the shelf.
Sure.
So, but it was still on the shelf. But I had to put it on the shelf so that I can take care of my boys. But it was there. But then coming to a new place, what do I do? I knew what I was doing back in Nigeria, but here, then what should I do? Then I found what I had to do, but time was not right. But I didn't forget until my sons were in a place that they were out of college. The one was out of college, the other
Okay.
one was, the two of them were in college, but I was gradually transitioning.
Sure. Sure.
So that was what I did. It was gradual transitioning. So we can say um, side hustle, side hustle.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So one leg was in corporate job, then the other leg was trying to test the waters.
Well, that sounds like wisdom. That sounds like wisdom.
Yeah.
Um, everyone has their own story, everyone has their own journey.
Yeah.
Um, it is wise to certainly, first and foremost, be led of, and I'm a believer, and I'm not going to shy away from that. To be led, of our God, our compass.
Yes.
Our Holy Spirit guides us, and
Yes.
I'm sure you can agree to that. Um,
Yes.
Even currently, I know of a wonderful woman who just leaped out and stated she was unctioned to stop working and begin to be full time in her spiritual journey's mission. The reality about that, in my personal opinion, is that comes with uh, giving thought to your monthly, yearly, even 3 years out, 3 weeks out, maybe even 3 days out, essentials. Essentials. Um, we know that we need certain necessities in order to live. So I think it's just important for us to use wisdom coupled with faith, coupled with having some sort of a nest or a backup plan. Am I
You are
mistaken?
you are so right. When people reach out to me, one of the free resources that I give is a 10-step guide. If you
Oh,
want to
wow.
transition into entrepreneurship, there's a 10-step guide that you can really go through that 10 steps and see where you are. Because as much as I'm a woman of faith, I know that God can do anything. He can call you to move right now. He doesn't work with our timing and all that. I know, I know.
That's that's
But
right.
at the same time, if you don't have your savings, if you don't have some things, I wouldn't suggest you just drop and leave. Um, there's some process that you need to go through. If you know how much your monthly thing is, how much you spend on a monthly basis in your family, you need to have like 18 to 24 months in savings because you don't know how long it will take before that business will begin to give you profit. So those are some of the things. What about insurance if you have kids? What about
That's right.
medical insurance?
Yes.
What about how do you pay for your car? There's so many things that I can help you with. There's so many things that you will forget that I will remind you. What about this? Have you thought of this one? Even the mindset. Do you know the mindset of an employer or
Mm.
of an employee? The mindset of an employee is different from the mindset of somebody who is the business owner. They are two different mindsets. We need to help you to develop a mindset of an entrepreneur even before you say I'm going to transition. So there, that that step, the 10 step guide, I would love to send it to whoever will reach out to me. Definitely.
And I'm
Definitely.
I'm glad that you're speaking this way.
Yeah.
How long have you been the founder of Clairol Growth Resources? How many
Oh,
years?
I started the company in 2014, 11 years.
11 years. Now, on
Yes.
that point, I, for one, I have instantly become inspired by your work, and and you know that when I met you here in North Carolina, and I
Yes.
don't even think that you told our listeners and viewers that you are streaming live from Texas.
Oh yeah, yes, Texas. 1 hour north of Dallas, Texas.
Oh,
Yes.
I'm jealous, but I will be there because you have given me and Monique an open invitation. So we will
Yes.
come to
Anytime
you.
when you get back, don't worry, we'll go fishing.
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, fishing. So I've never been to Texas. However, I've been inspired by your work because I listened to your podcast and I have a few questions to
Yes.
present to you in the midst of those who will be watching this and who are watching it. What is the name of your podcast first off?
Create your own economy with Bumi Ajibade. That's the name of the podcast.
Yes, I've had the honor create your own economy. I've had
Yes.
the honor of catching at least two of them so far, leading the busy life that I lead. And one of the questions for you to share with our community is something that I hear you say often. You often use the terminology um, invisible walls. You speak about invisible walls. Now, I've heard it and I've been inspired and encouraged by it. Do you mind sharing that with those who will see this and are watching?
Yes. But let me first go to create your own economy. Why I chose that. You
Okay.
know, most of us, I included when I was in corporate America, every Sunday evening, and you go to work on Mondays like, oh, I have to go to work tomorrow. Oh, tomorrow. Oh. And it's like, okay, if you don't like your job, you don't like your co-workers, everybody's like, I just don't like my job. What do you want to do about it? What do you want to do about it? So why don't you create your own economy? That's why I came up with that. Create your own economy. If you don't like your job, if you don't like your boss, if you don't like your co-workers, if you don't like whatever, if you don't like this, if you don't like
Mhm.
that, create your own economy. And I will be there to support you. And all the guests that I bring will be there to support you with ideas and all that. So that's how we came up with that. Create your own economy. Now,
So,
going back, yes,
so that Monday morning, it doesn't have to exist.
it
Is
doesn't
that
have
what
to exist. You will own that, because people always think that because you have your own business, because you are now an entrepreneur, you are now the business owner, then you can sleep in, you can sleep till 10 a.m. You don't have to work. That is not true.
not
That
true?
is not true. You actually work more when you have your business. But there are some things that, you know, having your own business is beautiful, but you cannot just not do anything.
Yes.
So,
Yes. And I
yeah,
received
yeah.
that, and I'm sure that it will be beneficial to the listening ears.
Yes.
Invisible walls. Invisible.
Invisible walls, invisible walls. So when we talk about invisible walls, you know invisible, when you see a wall on your path, you can avoid that wall. But when that wall is invisible, you have no clue is there. And that is the barrier that stands between anyone's success, whether it's business success or personal success. So, and what makes it invisible is the fact that it is in the mindset. It is in the mindset. And that is what makes it so dangerous. Because at times we wake up, we are great, we have great ideas, but we keep on uh, getting, maybe not meeting our goals. Things are not going well, but especially when we are Christians, we still love the Lord and we still speak Christianese, and we love God. And God is good, right?
Right.
But we need to stop and see what is making me not reach my goals. What is it? It might be that invisible wall. It might be that mindset, that negative mindset, because your mindset will determine the limitation that you
Uh-huh.
put on yourself or the breakthrough that you will have.
Yes.
Because that limitation is in the mind.
In the
And
mind.
you know what the Bible says? Out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth will speak. So all the limitation that is harbored in the mind will come out in words like,
Mm-hmm.
I can't do it. No, 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 no. I mean, this is out of my league. Oh, nobody has ever done it in my family.
Right.
Oh, no, this is really too big of a goal for me. Oh, no, nobody has ever done this. Oh, no, it's too big. Look, instead of saying it's too big,
Mm-hmm.
look at it. It might be too big. Say, you know what? I acknowledge
Keep
that.
on talking. I can hear you. Keep on going. Keep
Okay,
on going.
I acknowledge that this is big.
Yes. Yes.
Now, what will I do? What will it take for me
Right.
to crush this goal? What
Mm-hmm.
do I need to do? What
Right.
classes do I need to take?
Okay.
What do I need to do? And go do it. Go take those classes so that
Yes.
you then come back and crush that goal instead of allowing that barrier, that
Yes.
limitation, that invisible wall to dominate our lives.
I love it.
Because we, especially in our community, we can allow that invisible wall to make us a third class, a fourth class, a 10th class citizen when it's not supposed to be so. So we can say, although this is what it looks like, but I will take ownership of what I need to do, the
Yes.
classes I need to take for
Yes.
me to move on to the next level.
I'm
Not,
excited.
oh, this is how it's been. I don't have money to go take a coach. Yes, you do. Go sell some purses in your closet. Go sell some shoes in your closet
I've
to
done
go
it.
take
I've
that
done it.
class.
Well,
Go take that class,
Miss
right?
Boomy, listen. You got some feedback here. You
Thank you.
have Samuel Rich. He's actually watching us from Ghana, West Africa.
Oh, thank you.
And his comment is create your own economy. Wow, that's a powerful topic. And he has the fire emoji.
Oh, thank you.
We have Alicia Knock. Alicia Knock, originally from Detroit, but she's here in North Carolina. She says,
Uh-huh.
I love it.
Mhm.
Samuel Rich is saying, I am enjoying the show. And he says, God bless you all. You can continue.
Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Instead of allowing the invisible wall to keep us in one spot, we need to determine during this month to say, I am tired of being stuck in one place by the invisible wall, and I'm going to make a move. I'm going to make a move. And it's just the renewing of the mind.
That's
That
all.
mindset, we just have to do something different.
That's all. That's all.
Yes.
And I love it. It's very
Yes.
inspiring when you speak about it. It's empowering. And that's why I definitely wanted you to share
You know, I'm
this
passionate
wisdom.
about it. I am passionate about it.
I love that.
I am
Yeah.
passionate. Yes.
Um, you
It's
have a
an
very
excuse. It's an excuse. Look, we all give excuses. Me too. I give excuse. We all do. But we just need to one day say, I am tired of giving excuses. I am tired. And you know what? Today is that day that we all need to be tired of excuses and just determined to say, my mind, I will renew my mind. And when those invisible barriers want to come in and want to sit down and say, no, you can't. You don't have a seat.
That's right.
And change your words.
That's
Change
right.
your words. Yep. Change your
Absolutely.
words.
I love this. My next question for you to share with us, and I'm so excited. I love your passion. I feel it. Is so how, and I'm speaking for the people. I'm speaking for me, and I'm speaking for the people. How do we execute this aligning ourselves
Mhm.
while identifying our desired goals in relation to our specific venture? Because I know you also spoke on your podcast about the importance of being aligned with your
Mhm.
purpose
Mhm.
and what you desire to do. Let me just put a little kicker in it. As much as I love eating fufu and jollof,
Mhm.
I would not be able to open up my own restaurant to make it. And I love it. And I'm putting that out there because oftentimes people want a desire to do something and that might not be their strong suit. So how do we align that? And I've heard you speak about that on the podcast.
Yes, that's why I said you first need to identify who you were created to be.
And how do we do that?
So we have a series of questions that we ask you to identify, because we need to take you back to where you are in your life. Where does your mind go to? Where you are at rest, and you are, what are you doing when? Uh, what are some things that you can do that even if nobody pays you, you will do it for free? Where
Ah,
will you find yourself that you are so immersed in it? And then they'll tell you, excuse me, we're about to close for the day. And then you
mhm,
are like, oh, I didn't know I've been here for 5 hours. Meanwhile,
right.
because that is who you are. And then
Okay.
we'll ask you, when you are there, uh, who are you with? What were you doing? So those are some of the questions that we'll ask, and I have tons of those questions that I can ask to help you identify who you are, and then we also help you look at the friends that you have, your friends, your family. What are
Ah,
words that they can use to identify you? You know, if they will identify you with one word, what would those words be? Some of them will say, "Oh, she has empathy. Oh, she cares." Oh, so we will go through all those so that you begin to see the words that identifies you.
okay.
It takes at times it takes a whole day. When I do the session, I can do it for a whole day.
Okay.
So we begin to layer those things. And after we have done that, it is then you begin to then look at what are the words that describe you. When you come up with the words that describe you, then you now know who are the people around me that I'm helping. Then you begin to know. So if you are not helping to feed people, to cook for people, to make them, you won't like to cook jollof rice.
Yeah, and you're right. Like it's something that I love, but I love the aroma, I love the smell, and I definitely love the taste. But that wouldn't be my strong suit. And
Exactly.
I use that for an example because I've witnessed individuals even now, even today, that are working with an agency or business or organization. But in
Mhm.
the meantime, as you said, your side hustle, they soar. They soar in their gift. They soar in where their passion is. And I've spoken with them about it. And there's a fear of not knowing where to begin. And I believe that's where you come in.
That is where
And
I come in.
yeah.
That is
Now,
where I come in. Mhm.
so I don't want to give too much away, and I know how fair you are, and I know what you offer, and I know that you are a giver. You are the epitome of what a blessed individual is, And I'm glad that I'm surrounded by individuals of like minds that follows the humane, godly thing to do. It's better to give than it is to receive. It's more of a blessing. It's
Yeah.
more of a blessing to give. Because to be honest with you, what you give and how you coach, you can't really put a dollar amount on it. I have to be honest. I've had the honor and privilege of sitting in a few of your presentations. And when an individual really wants to know about something, only thing they have to do is read and study. And I've been on your website. I've been on your podcast. I've had the honor of meeting you in person through Tawana Brown,
Yes.
through
Our friend
Tawana,
Tuana.
our
Yes.
friend
Yes.
Tawana right here in Wilson. She was actually my first guest when I started my show. And
Yes.
we're grateful for her and Monique. And I'm speaking as the host of Access Your Inner Wisdom.
Mm.
I know that this woman, this strong entrepreneur, business minded woman, will be a blessing to anyone who who is inquiring of such. And I'm
Yeah.
grateful to you about that. Before I go to my next question, I think you had something to say.
Yes. I don't want you to be afraid that, oh, I don't have all the money. Look, just talk to me. It's not only about money. I'm not going to give you free, but I'm not going to, it's not going to be an arm and a leg. But let me just pour into you, give you an idea or two, even if you are not going to be my client. Just talk to me. Let me hear what you are doing. I can give you an idea or two that you will run with. Even if you don't want to be my client will come. But I can give you an idea or two. Because if God has given you a gift, but you see that salary that you are receiving on the side, it can actually be the barrier from you reaching your goal, that reaching what God wants you to, where God wants you to reach from that business, who
Yes.
God wants you to use that business to reach. Because if you are selling food, do you know how many people God wants you to feed from? I mean, look,
Woo, that's
just
heavy. That's heavy.
you don't
That's
know. You
heavy.
see, the gift that God has given us is
Yes.
not for us to choose to use it anyhow, anyway, anyhow. No, because we will account for it, how we choose to use it. If you allow the cares of the world, the salary that they are giving you, and all that to prevent you from going all the way in using that gift. But I'm here to say, just talk to me. I can give you one or two ideas of what you need to do. Because I'm not going to tell you to you know do it
Walk off a
this year,
bridge.
but at least you will plan. It might be in 5 years, it might be in 3 years, but you will plan your
I love
exit
that.
strategy.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yes. Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Um, we are grateful for Dr. Glenn Johnson. He has joined us, and
Hey,
I
Dr. Johnson.
and we have a couple of love hearts. I'm not able to see who did it. I have a loaded question for you,
Okay.
and it is everyone purposed to be a business owner?
No,
Is everyone purposed to be a business owner?
no,
Elaborate on that a little bit.
no. Actually, um, I sent that question out
Okay.
um, one time on Facebook,
Okay.
because, to be honest, not everybody can be a business person, but everybody should know their purpose in life. Your purpose does not mean that you need to sell a pen to everybody. Your
Right.
purpose is so important. If you know your purpose and then you have a vision how God wants to use that purpose, that is what matters. Your purpose might be to have a nonprofit to reach whatever group of people, but you need to know your purpose. So you don't have to have a business, but you can have a nonprofit to reach a group of people, and then you'll be able to reach out to organizations who will give you money to whatever. I mean, not everybody can. I know very many people. My husband cannot be a business person.
You are
You know
not
my
talking about
husband.
my friend,
You know
but
my
it's the truth.
you. I
But it's the
mean, you
truth.
know my husband.
It's the
He
truth.
cannot he cannot sell anything.
Right. But he is a phenomenal supporter. He's your
He
number
is.
one supporter
Yes,
every
he
time.
is. He is. He
And
will
I get it.
support you, but for him, he's not cut out to be. And
That's
it's
right.
okay.
That's the key word right there. You have
It's
to be
okay.
cut. You have to be cut from a certain place to do certain things.
Yes.
And I appreciate you being candid and honest about that.
Yes.
And that is just simply the reality. It's just like the body. Everyone can't be the head,
No. No.
but that head needs the limbs. The
Mm-hmm.
head needs the shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
And some of us are shoulders, and some of us
Mm-hmm.
are fingers, and some of us are
Yes.
limbs. And
Yes.
even in that, I want, and this is, we didn't talk about this, but now this is me personally, and I would love to hear your expertise on this.
Okay.
I'm a firm believer that even if a person is unable to be a business owner,
Okay.
I would be intrigued or inclined to think that they can be a silent partner, um, put stock, put stock in invest as an investor, um, and even use that wisely. So, can an individual come to you in that vein if they don't want to be a business owner, but they want to be maybe a silent partner, something like to
Oh,
that?
yes, yes. I mean, I have people that come to me and we help them identify their who they are, identify their purpose, and then they take they join my mastermind. We talk about growth. How can they grow? How can they relate to people? I teach personality. How can they use their personality, learn their personality, and then use it to better their relationship, in their home, in the church, in the community. How can they use it to be better person in the community? Because some of them are good community leader. They really work in the community and all that. So you don't have to be a business person. You can save your money, invest your money, and then use your money and give your money to causes that will help humanity. You
Okay.
don't have to be an entrepreneur. Definitely, I
Okay.
help them. Yes.
And you help that, and that's
Yes.
so good to know. We want to say hi
Yes.
to Shermel. Shermel has joined us
Hey,
as
Shamel.
well.
Hey, Miss Berry.
Yeah, she was trying to get on, so we're grateful for that. My next question, I'm excited about this. I am sure I'm getting texts and everything. Who is this? So how'd you meet her? Uh, we are grateful for that because we have individuals, and in certain environments, certain social economic areas, individuals do have this yearning and they do have a desire, and just because of many reasons, oftentimes they don't know where to begin.
Mm.
Oftentimes they don't know how to get their footage or how
Yeah.
do we start. And and
Yeah.
and we're gracious to have someone like you who will be able to meet them right there where they're at.
Yeah.
Have you ever had an individual that had this desire to become an entrepreneur, and after you screened that individual, did you have the uncomfortable task of telling them that they may not be cut out for it? We not saying no names, so we talking in general, and it's true because you just said everyone's not cut out to be a business owner.
Yes. 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 I actually, I had a client, and I told her after some time, I said, I'm sorry. I know you are paying me, but I'm sorry. You are not, every time we talk, you pay me, but you are not taking action. It's like you are struggling. It's like
Right,
this is not you.
right.
And if you are struggling, let's talk about that. Let's just put this aside. Let's see if there's something else that you can do. So we actually even went ahead to do her her
Resume?
disc. We did her disc to
A
see
disc.
what she was so flat. There was nothing. She was not. So she was
I know what
just
you mean.
flat. Yeah,
Mhm.
just right in the middle. So there was nothing. So I said, okay, just don't give me money. I don't just don't give me money. Just go and think about it. I give you some time, think about it, and then come back and then let's reorganize and tell me what you want. It's been 8 years. She didn't come back.
And I applaud you for that. Go ahead.
I mean, she didn't come back, but I just didn't want to take her money because for me, it is not about the money I'm being paid, it's about her and what she wants. So, yeah, yeah.
I applaud you for that. And the reason why I applaud you is because some people would just keep going with them. They would keep going with them. And I find you to be a woman of wisdom, a woman of passion, and a woman that cares. And most importantly, you're a woman of value. And that's why I would put my trust in you. Um, I want to give you another question. What if there's someone that know that they have entrepreneurship in their bones? They know that they want to be a business owner, but they don't even know where to begin. Is that 10th step and where it takes a little time where you ask questions so you can
Yes.
see their
So,
strength?
yes, we start with the 10th step, and then when they commit to something with me, it might even be the list of my offers. That is where we really drill it down for them. To start thinking of what is it that they can do, and then they can come up with 5 different ones, and then we begin to knock it down until they come to one or two, and then they can do a test, just like a short test to see which one really resonates with them before they can go all in.
I love this.
Yeah,
I love this.
yeah.
You know, see, I'm trying to stay off of me because I know what I got in me, but just give me a minute because I don't know. I don't know.
Okay,
We're
okay.
not doing it. We're not doing it. I am excited about what you're sharing with us. Um, I am so ecstatic that we here at GPAC TV 23 and Awesome Radio, we will be able to play this again and again. And I know not only is it inspiring someone today, um, it's going to inspire people all over. We are blessed to be able to be viewed worldwide. And as you heard, your family
Yes,
from Nigeria could watch it, and then
yes, yes. I
Sam
can't wait to share
Sam
it.
Pettit,
Yes,
Sam
yes.
Pettit, he was on from Ghana, and
Mhm.
Daniel is going to be watching it. He's in Ghana as well, and Casimir is in Brazil. He'll be watching it. I mean, I just love, of course, Usiwu,
Mhm.
Nairobi. So we
Mhm.
are grateful that we're worldwide and we're East Coast, West Coast, Midwest.
Mhm.
So this will go out and it's needed. And
Yes.
I'm happy about the information that you've dispensed so far. Let's just freestyle. What else would you like to share with us tonight?
To me, I think education, and I'm not talking
Ah,
about book. I'm
I
not
have that
talking
written
about.
down too.
Oh, you
Education.
wrote it down?
Uh-huh.
Education is so important. And I'm not talking about you going to school. I'm talking about you, Clarol. Clarol. So I'm talking about you knowing what you want and go and get educated about what you want.
Okay.
That is so important because that is what will make you to be just right there. Hey, Monique. Hey, I see you, Monique.
It's
I
a
see
family
you.
affair tonight, folks.
Yes, I
It's
see you,
a
my
family affair.
friend. Yeah.
And if you're watching, you're a part of the family.
Yes, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, but I just saw my friend join. So when you educate yourself about whatever it is that you want to do, that will set you apart. It will make you have that. I don't know what I'll call it for you to stand out, so that you can say, "This is what I do. This is what I do." What business do you do? This is what I do. Um, what do you do? This is what I do. You can come with your full chest and say, "Hey, I am Bumi Ajibade, and my company is ABCD because I have given hundreds of hours to educate myself as a trainer, as a speaker, as a coach. I have done that. Do I still take classes? I have classes already scheduled that I will take this year. And I have at least I'm taking two already. This is February. I'm already on two classes. This is February. So what are you doing to educate yourself
That's right.
on what is important to you? Because
Listen, we are
that
forever learners. Wise men and women will realize that we will be forever learners. Not only did
see,
our my pastor teach this to us, but she states a good leader is a
mhm,
forever student.
yes, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Yes,
Listen, you
is
have a
it?
question here. Boomer, you have a question here. Let me go back
Yes.
to it so you can answer it right here. Here you go. This is Shamel Berry. She says, I guess it's clearer or growth. It's similar to a business coach. Where are the resources agency located? And this is Shamel that came on a little late. So she didn't catch the beginning of you speaking about it. So I'll let you answer and how she can get you.
So it's Claro, not Carol.
So yeah,
So Claro Growth Resources.
let me put that
Um,
here.
I I am in Texas, but I have clients all over the world. It doesn't matter. There's phone, there's internet. I can talk to you anywhere. I have Zoom. We can do Zoom. Have phone. We can talk.
And not only that, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Ajibade flies
Yes.
all over the place. All over the place. She's always all over the place. I met her here, right here in Wilson, North Carolina. She was on her way to do a presentation in Charlotte. I called her the other day. She was like, "Oh, I'm out of town, Chariesse. I'll be back."
Do
So
you know I have been to 45 of the 50 states in the United States.
bless your heart, working.
Mhm,
So you
mhm.
are definitely you will jump on a plane, train, car, automobile.
Yes,
You can ask
yes,
Monique. Look what
yes.
Monique just said.
Money said that's so true. Actually, I just got a contract with a company that wants me to come and train and coach the organization in Wisconsin. So,
Wisconsin,
mhm,
awesome. That
mhm.
is
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Um, that's really good to hear. Let me see if I have some more questions. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, anywhere. Um, I've been you've been talking, I've been following you, and it's it's right. I'm right at the threshold of sitting with you. But as you know, when I get back across the equator, we'll sit
Uh-huh.
down and break bread. But in the meantime, I'm blessed. I'm blessed by God to be able to have a beautiful network of individuals. And I think that I'm sure that God has anointed me to just be a people's person when it comes to
You are.
fellowship and
You are.
talking, positive
You are.
energy,
You are.
interacting. And
Yeah.
because of that, I've been gracious enough to be in your presence. And I believe that we as a people, again, I am promoting Black History Month, and to have you, a beautiful woman inside and out, who is without limits of reaching people all over the world to help them better themselves. I
Yes.
think that is to be applauded.
Yes.
And Sharmel says, that is so good. Learn everything about the business that you want to be. And it's just good. Sharmel, watch this over like another day, because the beginning of it was just as good as what you came in with. The meat and potatoes started off from the beginning, because there are questions that people have and they don't even like to share them with people because they don't know.
You don't know.
They
Yeah.
don't know.
Yeah. And the other thing, the noise on the social media is so much and it's
Distracting.
intimidating because somebody will say you don't have to sell. Don't sell. Just do one thing and you'll make money. Look, don't don't get sold on those things. Don't just get sold on those things. Ground yourself, ask questions, and do your work, because I've not seen anybody who does not sell and they make $50,000 in their first week. Don't get sold on those things. It doesn't work. You know it does not work.
That's
uh,
right.
just reach out to me. Look, if I cannot help you, I will tell you. But the other thing that I have seen is that we need to collaborate more. See what you see, this woman of God, she is a resource connector. And the way God brought us together, and I'm sure we're going to collaborate more. I don't know how it's going to look like. I don't know, but it will happen.
Oh
And
yeah.
I think we all need to collaborate more, because what people always think is if you are an entrepreneur, then you need to do it alone. No,
Alone.
you don't have to do it alone. If you come to me and you have your question and I cannot answer your question, I promise you, I have some friends who I will refer you to who can answer your questions.
That's right.
So don't do it alone. Come to us. Let's help you. Okay?
That's right. That's right. And that's words to live by.
Yeah.
And the good news is, um, we are better together.
Yes.
Better together. If
Yes.
if if that's your strength in business and my strength is counseling, because that is where
Hmm.
my career lies,
Yes.
and Monique's strength is where in the legal field.
Exactly.
That's how we do it. You
Because
know.
because people come to me when they talk to me, and then as a coach, I get to that point where I'm like, no, I'm crossing that line. I cannot cross that line, because that is not my. I can, send them to you, because
Right.
I cannot give that advice. I can only coach either life or business. When it
Mhm.
comes to your side, no, I cannot do it. So,
Exactly.
and the other thing also is that if you don't have money, you can swap skills. You don't have money to pay something, but you have skills. You can pay with your skills.
That's
There are
right.
so many ways in the Black community that we can help each other. We can
Absolutely.
better our skill set. Let us do better. I mean,
Let us do better.
let us
Yes.
do better. Yep.
Yes. So what I'm going to do now, and I'm so happy. I'm so happy that you've shared. I'm so happy that you
Thank you.
reminded us that to our audience here at Access Your Inner Wisdom, we like to promote so many different things on so many different levels. And just as sure as there is life, there is hope.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter age, Doesn't matter your age.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many different avenues of becoming a business owner and an
Yeah.
entrepreneur. We many, I'm sure, were inspired by hearing you did this after your children. And I had another guest on some months back, Miss Kim Williams, and she stated that she was a late bloomer and she
Mm-hmm.
went back to school after being a single mom that
Mm-hmm.
raised her children, and then she went back to school.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope this is inspiring to men and women.
Yeah.
Um, I want you to give us where we can reach you. I'm going to type it as you're saying if I don't already have it up here. And I'm going to let you have your last words and remarks.
Yeah, reach out to me. I have free sessions. You don't have to pay anything. Reach out to me. I have just free sessions where I will listen to you, and you can go to my website www.clarolgr.com/meet MEET, and schedule a time, 30-minute session, just for me to hear where you are, where you want to go, and then I will give you some suggestions. And then
Let me hear that website again, please. Mm-hmm.
www.clarolegr.com
Okay. Now I
forward
have a
slash
news slash. Okay.
MEET.
NE
MEET, meet,
meet.
MEET.
Okay. And news flash, I have something to tell you. They will
Oh,
still be able to reach you without that www now.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nowadays. So I just posted that. Is that how
Okay.
it looks?
Yes, that's it.
Okay. So that's good news to hear. And
Mhm.
because of that, you are so blessed. Any last words before you?
And also they can go to go and listen to my podcast. I think I have 120 something episodes there, different interviews. Check whichever one resonates with you, and reach out to me if you have any questions. Reach out to me, and then we'll talk from there. I believe in you. Nothing should stand between you and the goals that you have set. And if there's anything and you don't know how to take care of those walls, reach out and let's do it together. You can't do it alone. That's why God put all of us together so that we can help each other. You see, she helps me. She brought me here to talk to you. And let's do this together so that we all can shine together. Thank you so much for having me. I
You're quite
appreciate you.
welcome. You're quite welcome,
Appreciate you.
Queen. And I would like to
Mhm.
say you helped me as well, and you know it. And God knows, He states we are helpers one to another. I
Yes.
am so happy for everyone that has tuned in. Everyone will hopefully benefit from access your inner wisdom tonight, today, in the morning, whenever you uh, see this again. To those of you who joined us live, I'm not able to see all of your names, but I am thankful for you. We are continuing to honor Black History Month as North America recognizes it, but we know that every day, every day we give honor to God's people who work tirelessly, feverishly to make our world better. I want to thank GPAT TV 23. I want to thank our awesome radio listeners and viewers. And you can find us on social media platforms. You can find us on YouTube. For me, it's Chariesse Boyd at GPAT TV 23. You can find us on GPAC TV's website. You can find us right here on Facebook Live. And we are doubly honored for Akila Thigpen McCardell. She is the masses behind this. She is the arms, the legs, and everything else that goes with it. So we're grateful for the entire GPAC TV family and Awesome Radio family. I'm grateful to all of you. If I start to call you by name, I might miss some of you. So on that note, I'm going to say I will meet you again next month, which is one of my favorite months. And we bid all of you a great remainder of February. And remember, help someone along the way. Smile for someone and smile and give your face a break. And remember that God is love. Thank you for tuning in to Access Your Inner Wisdom.